Hey friends, okay, so today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Christmas and Advent prep. I do this video every year. I have some new things that I wanna share with you, some new resources, and they're all free, and I'm really excited about that. Me and my team have been working on some things, so I'm gonna be sharing that in this video. And pretty much my hope is that this video gets you excited and motivated to go out and get ready for Advent and Christmas, so that when Advent is here, you are so ready. You are just in a peaceful place where you don't have to go out there in the crowds and try to, fight people off, and you're not anxious, because during Advent, we really want to be in this beautiful, peaceful time and moment with God. And so this list actually, through the years, I finally put this list together last year, and people said it was so helpful. This totally changed Christmas and Advent for them because they were so ready. And so anyway, I'm gonna kind of go through this. I have some new things that I want to share with you. And so let's get started. I will put this, I'll link it down below if, after this video you want to go print it out and get started as well. I love doing it at the beginning of November because there's just so much that I try to do. I try to get all of this done before Thanksgiving. And so Thanksgiving on, I can just relax and enjoy the season, enjoy the quieting of my soul and the preparation of, preparing for Jesus to come. So anyway, so that's my goal. I don't always fully get it done, but I try really hard to. So anyway, so the first one is to have your Advent wreath ready. If you do the Advent wreath, buy your candles. I always used to do that where the last minute I'd be like, oh, tomorrow's the first week in Advent. I don't have any candles. So if you buy them now, you'll be so ready. I saw some over at Michael's where it was, 3 purple and a pink. I have a whole video on like really cheap ones that you could buy from the Dollar Tree, and they'll last you all year. So I will link that video down below. So the next one is to pick out an Advent devotional. Whatever it is, I think it is important to have something a little special and different for Advent. Blessed is She has a wonderful one that it's for the whole family. So they have one for the fathers, the mothers, and the children. It looks phenomenal. I'll link that down below, but you don't even have to go buy something. You can do, St. Luke has where if you read St. Luke a chapter a day, that adds up to, from December 1st all the way to Christmas Eve. If you read a chapter a day, that's the whole Gospel of Luke. So every day read a new chapter, and that's it. It's really that easy. There's also the St. Andrew's prayer. That's a Catholic prayer that you could do. The other thing that me and my team have worked on it's called, so I have a ministry called Faith in 5. It's over on my website where you can learn the Catholic faith in 5 minutes every day. And you can read it. It's for little kids, it's for adults. There's 3 different age groups. And so we started something new. In addition to that, it's called Faith for Sundays. And so pretty much, I'm super pumped about this, but it's pretty much the readings for the next week. And so my plan for this was that during Advent, you could like have a group of friends around. You can, if they have babies, you can have them over, one morning a week. And I'm in a lot of book clubs and Bible studies, and it's a lot of work. I don't have a lot of time, to be honest, to like study it, fill it out, or read books nonstop. So I really wanted something where you can just show up. And usually the host will like have some little treat and beverage, and there might even be childcare, but you don't have to do that. You could have this at your church, or you could have it at home, or this could be a personal thing that you just do and you just journal it. But pretty much what it is it's the readings for the next Sunday. So if you're like me, during Mass on Sunday, I'm usually wrangling kids and like hoping that they're quiet, whatever it takes to keep them quiet. And so it's hard for me to like really dive into the gospel and the readings. So that's what this is. So this is pretty much, there's an opening prayer, then there's the Gospel of Mark, And so you'll read that, and so you'll just like print out, you know, if there's 10 of you, you'll print this out for 10 of you, and that's it. So you'll hand it to everybody, super easy, there's no homework. And so you'll read the gospel together, and then down below there's different questions. And so you'll go through the questions together, and you'll hopefully grow deeper in your faith, but get to know other women as well. And then there's the second reading, and also, or the first reading and the second reading. And so after each one, there's different questions. So there's that. And then on the back is spiritual preparation for Advent. So it's, you go to confession. That's really encouraged to do during Advent. You could go to adoration, and it kind of explains each one. So it's really neat. And then there's also the feast days for that week coming up. There's a reflect, a pray, and live. So, and then if there's any like feast days or whatever, like we'll kind of, you know, share a picture of that one or whatever. So anyway, so I love this idea because you can just show up. You don't have to have like all the homework done or anything like that. And so if you wanted to get started on like getting a group of friends together to do this, we're gonna do it for starting of Advent, but beyond that, we'll do it the entire year. So this could be something you do all summer, all fall, you know, all spring. So anyway, this is called Faith for Sundays. So I'm still getting used to it. But anyway, so that is something you could do as well, whether it's with a group of friends or just by yourself. You could journal so that the next Sunday you are completely ready. You know what it's all about, and you are like, you're there. Okay, so that is the devotional. Pick out, those are some ideas. The next one is to budget for Advent and Christmas. Obviously, Christmas, it gets a little more expensive with gifts and just like candles, like the little things add up so quick. So make sure you budget. We try to budget all year for Christmas. Take a family photo. Around here, it's like the cheapest I could find was $300 to like get a family photo, and that's like a mini session, right? So that's like 15 minutes, they take pictures, and then you get to like pick 4 of them. Well, I have, thankfully, because I do YouTube, I have a tripod, and so somebody told me about this. It's a little remote control, and so you put a Bluetooth on your phone, you take a picture, and so you can like kind of see what it looks like, and you can take a picture. And so the Bluetooth, so you push this button and it just takes a picture. You could take like, you know, 100 if you need to. So anyway, this little thing, I think it's like $5 or $10 on Amazon. It's awesome. And it has saved us literally hundreds of dollars. And even the tripod, like you can find really cheap ones, but we'll go out into a big field somewhere and take family photos. And that's what we do. And then for Christmas cards, to make it even cheaper than regular cards, I will go to Vistaprint and Canva. So I'll go on Canva and I'll look up Christmas cards, and you can literally make your own Christmas cards, move things around. They do have like Canva Pro, which is what I use a lot for work, but you don't, I think it's free though, other than that. So you can do it for free or get the Pro, but you can make your own like front of the card, back of the card. I use the 5x7, and then I will go to Vistaprint and just put it on a postcard, and you save hundreds of dollars that way. It is amazing. I think you have to buy them in bulk, 50 or 100 or something like that, but they're like amazingly cheaper even in bulk. You know, like even if you didn't want 50, it's still like cheaper than it would have been, if that makes sense. So just some ideas. We don't have a lot of money in our family. Our kids go to Catholic schools, and that takes any extra money that we might need or have. So so anyway, that's an idea to save hundreds of dollars. And the next one is to kind of get prepared for your devotionals. So like the Jesse Tree, I switched over to a new devotional for the Jesse Tree this year. So the Jesse Tree is like preparation for the coming of Jesus. So it's a lot of the Old Testament, like leading up to the birth of Jesus. And so it's pretty cool because you get to know a lot of the history. So we have this tree, and it usually comes with ornaments. So that's like the fun thing with kids. They get to every night put an ornament on the tree and then through Advent, it fills up. And some people even use these ornaments on their regular tree. And anyway, it's really fun. I'm doing a whole video on this because I have a totally new insight on it. But I found that this is Catholic. The old one that we used wasn't really Catholic. So this one is Catholic and I love it. It's very similar to the one we used to use. And this one in the back kind of comes in with your own like cutout. So you can like put this on wood and cut it out yourself, or just paper and put it on there. So you don't have to buy like the wooden ones like I did. So anyway, I love this one. So if you want to do the Jesse tree, now might be the time to like kind of get ready for that. I'll link this one down below because this one is actually Catholic. But the other devotions, so I'm gonna do a whole video on this. This is like other devotions that you can do if you want to. And I love being Catholic. I love these devotions because they really draw me closer to God during Advent, but also my family and my children. So they have like the same, so I have this whole checklist. And like I said, I'm gonna do a video on this, but it's, these are pretty much all the devotions for Advent that I could find. And so it's just in one spot. And you can just be like, do I want to do the Giving Manger this year? You know, and then it's yes, no, and maybe. So you can kind of like weed out what your family wants to do. And I think this kind of, even though it looks like complicated, it simplifies things a lot. And you can kind of prepare for Advent and not be like in a huge rush. So that's kind of, I'm gonna do a whole video on that and like all the different Advent things that you can do. The next thing is to finalize your Christmas plans. So are you gonna travel to your family this year? Are they gonna travel here? Pick out your Thanksgiving and Christmas outfits. We, like I said, like we do our Christmas cards, and I'll usually, whatever's in that photo is what I'll use for Christmas. So I don't usually go buy stuff. I'm really big on thrift store shopping and stuff like that. So I will make sure, you know, throughout the year I'll like find things that will kind of fit and tweak their outfit. But you know, so make sure you have an outfit. I usually, whatever they wore on the Christmas cards, they'll wear for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Finish your Christmas shopping. So this is one that I try to do by Thanksgiving. Last year, I think I wasn't quite done, but I was like, the majority of it was done. So that like, try to get it done. That's always my goal. The next one is to print out your Christmas cookies, whatever ones. I have several really good ones. And so I have this whole folder where I put all the recipes throughout the years that I love, whether they're cookies or, you know, breakfast casseroles. I also have these printables, which is Advent planners. So you can kind of just start planning out like what you want to do spiritually, what do you want to do for your children, you know, what food do you want, and then miscellaneous. So so I'll link that down below too, because that might help just to like write it all out. And I know this sounds like, okay, this is a bit much, Heather, but the whole goal is to be ready for Advent, because that's when the world starts going crazy, is like 2 months before Christmas, right? But like, my goal is to like be completely at peace by Thanksgiving, when Advent actually starts, to just be in that place. So these are all like the little things that I always forget about. So anyway, plan a Christmas party if you want to. I know most people don't, because it's Advent, it's not quite Christmas, but there are some fun things you can do. Like, I heard like some women will have like a baby shower for Mother Mary, and so they'll have all the fun like games or whatever. It could be Christmas themed too, you know, but they'll bring gifts, and they'll have fun, you know, activities to do. And I don't know, you can do a brunch or whatever, but do a shower for Mother Mary, and then all those gifts, they'll bring them to women's shelters or whoever needs it. Like, they'll find where those can go. And I think that's such a neat idea, especially for Christmas. You know, it's all about giving. And so what a fun way, throw Mother Mary a shower. I'm like, yes, that's awesome. Okay, so the next one is if you want to buy any Christmas decorations. I usually wait till after Christmas to do that, because they're really cheap. And honestly, we're at that point where we've been together for 14 years, like married 14 years. And so we have kind of everything. Once in a while I'll see like cute things at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or whatever, and I'll pick it up. But I really have enough, to be honest. Another thing is to have your Christmas card envelopes ready. So like I said, like we'll buy off of Vistaprint, like the postcard. So I'll buy the nice envelopes that actually fit that. And so I will just, you know, do all the addressing one afternoon and put a stamp on it. And so it's all ready to go. Once I get the cards, I just put them in, maybe write a little note, and it's ready to go. So I try to do all that by Thanksgiving. And then I usually don't do it right at Thanksgiving. I wait like a couple days so I don't seem too anxious. But then everyone gets their Christmas cards. I don't need to worry about that part anymore. If you're doing the St. Nicholas feast day, maybe start buying the little goodies for that. A lot of people put little goodies in the kids' shoes and books. I have lists and lists of awesome Catholic little books. We always add to our Catholic books at that time. So our little library of Catholic books, the kids will get like a new Catholic book at that. So you can like start buying that, or we do an ornament too. So another one is the St. Lucy's feast day. If you're gonna do that with your family, do you have the outfit or the book or the activities? If you want more information on that, or St. Nicholas, I'll list them down below, like my links, like what we do. Declutter the house. This is a huge one, is like all of November to declutter your house and just to get everything ready so that when it is time to like receive toys, you know, the kids get a lot of toys from grandma and grandpa, and you know, Eric and I try to hold back on giving a lot of toys, but because they just have so much, but like they get a lot of big toys. So anyway, kind of declutter during that time, get rid of things. And those presents that you're kind of giving to the thrift store will usually bless another child. You know, I know a lot of kids that do go to, their parents go to thrift stores to buy Christmas gifts because they don't have a lot of money. And so that way I feel like I'm kind of blessing another family. So even your clothes, just declutter as much as you can all of November. You know, every day pick a day. Okay, I'm gonna do this closet or whatever. So that's another one. Also, meal plan. So that's one, like for Christmas, like what are we gonna do for meal planning? I have a video on like really easy Christmas ideas. If you're having like people over, super easy, but it, you know, it's like an hour prep time, but it feeds a whole bunch of people and it tastes really good. So I'll link that down below. And so that's kind of my list. And this is truly, for me, the key of how I have a great Advent and Christmas is because I'm just ready. I am ready to be quiet, ready to just dive into my relationship with God, go deeper, go quieter, all of the things that will draw me closer to God, if that makes sense. So anyway, I will link this down below and all the other links that you might want to know. And anyway, I hope that you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.